it's really confusing that we only have 3 weeks of school left. I don't know how to feel about that. There's so many things happening. It's going to be a whirlwind, and congratulations, we only have 3 weeks of school left. Okay, so this Thursday, the 22nd, it is blocks 1, 2, and 3. Friday is the final day for eighth graders late or missing assignments, and Friday there's a beach day event. Very, very fun. Monday, bonus, no school. It's Memorial Day. And then next week, when our eighth graders are at camp, there's going to be a couple things we do with sixth and seventh graders, like our end of school game of tag just for us. And then on Friday of next week, it's the last day for sixth and seventh graders to have their late and missing assignments. In June, which is only 2 weeks long and still lots going on, we do have a field trip on the Tuesday for or the Wednesday, the Tuesday the 3rd for seventh grade. We'll have our final virtue ceremony. Our seventh graders are also going to the MOLAA, half of their classes. And then the very, very last week of school, we're going to have our eighth graders on so many events on the 9th, the 11th, and 12th. And then the 10th is their last day on campus. We get our yearbooks, I think, in the last week of school. Maybe we'll get it the Friday before the last week of school. So it'll be really fun at breaks and lunch to sign yearbooks. And then our last time with our eighth graders is on June 10th. More details to come, but just so you know, we will have Chromebook Collection on that Tuesday. So that means that teachers will be just assigning things on pieces of paper. Weird, without your Chromebooks for the last day of school. Okay, let's look at some details. Lost and found. It is this Thursday. It is the 20th. It's Thursday. Anything that's in there will be donated to Goodwill. So check it out. It'll be hanging up on the fence for you. Sixth graders and eighth graders are taking their math test this week, and it will continue next week. Seventh graders will take your math tests next week. And then we'll be pulling you out for any final tests. Student leaders, I have so many wonderful student leaders. We did a training. It's always a little hectic, but my student leaders, you guys are going to meet me at Mother's Beach on Friday at 4:30. Wear an IVA shirt. It's going to be fun. Last Friday, our cross country sixth grade boys placed fourth overall with all the other middle schools in Long Beach, and Phoenix placed fifth out of 60 students. Our eighth grade boys did an amazing job. And then guess what? We as a school, all of you athletes out there, the entire school year, you have had such great character, demeanor, interaction that coaches from other teams has voted for IVA to receive this really prestigious sportsmanship award. So for the very first time ever, look, since it began to be given in 1990, you see all these other schools. The very first time ever, IVA was listed. This is like a huge deal. Thank you to all of our coaches. And then we have some images from the ceremony there. Thank you to our we got like students from each of the sports that were able to go. Thank you to our students and coaches. This has been an amazing athletic year. So the day of service, I can't even believe it was last Thursday. It feels like we've done so many things. Really great parent chaperones. And then it was really nice having the Long Beach leaders, and then check out some of the photos from where people went. This is the Long Beach Rescue Mission. We had one group of people feeding and preparing a meal for unhoused people. And then our day of service also included like a couple different gardens, weeding, and the Veterans Administration. And then the Bembridge House had a whole bunch of tiny baby kittens. And there are people that just I'm sorry, everybody. There are people that hung out with kittens for a lot of that day. And then they did a lot of different cleaning projects too. Day of service brings us like unexpected things, more gardens. So I hope it was a lot of fun. I really can't wait till next year. And then also, I just hope you all know that you can volunteer at organizations at any time. This is our yearbook group. This group of students created our entire, and Mrs. Skevius created the entire yearbook. They are still doing the very, very final touches, and I'm so grateful for these eighth graders. that are bringing it all to us. So thank you. Okay, next Monday, please don't come to school. No one's going to be here. I hope you have a wonderful day of rest and summertime fun. Next week, after Monday, eighth graders are going to Pally Camp, which means there's only sixth and seventh graders on campus. And next week, we're going to decide what we want for the following week, the first week of June, as a spirit week. Ideas include things like having a Pride Day and having a Miss Zamora celebration day. I don't know. So we're going to decide as a group next week what we do. And then Miss Linda wants you all to know that she is still out there selling popsicles on Wednesday. We will have popsicle for sales on the very last day of school too, amongst many other things to celebrate. I hope you guys have a great day. See you soon.